might sound really bad to people, but like my grandma was getting wheeled out of my house. I just woke up, I leave the bedroom.
You said
she was
wheeled
out of the house.
Oh yeah, whoa. Look, they can never keep me down, I'm going. And if I ever fail, just know I'll go again. I never quit, cause I know that every loss may lead to another win. I'm going up. I bet when I land, they gon' tell me it's luck again. See that I'm winning, it's harder to watch. I'm setting the stage.
like that. Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. Thanks for tuning in. This is the first episode. We got the whole crew with us today. Woo! Good to see everybody. How you doing, Deborah?
I am doing very well, actually.
Doing good. We got Deborah in the house, and then we got Deborah's brother, Opie. What's up, Opie?
I'm doing fine today. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, and then we got my man Myles. What's up, Myles?
I'm good.
Yeah, we got Christian on the floor. What's up, what's up? We got Jacob. How's it going, Jacob?
Good.
Doing all right. We got Kristen.
Hey everyone.
Yeah, we got Sanaa. Hey, Sanaa, what's up?
Nothing much.
You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
So I just found out, actually, that everybody in this room is vaccinated. That's pretty exciting. So what do you have to be, like 12 years old now? Does anybody know?
Yeah, so for like the, I remember they said that for the one that they're distributing currently, I believe, that you have to be 12 years and older in order to be vaccinated, which is kind of good for me since, you know, I'm over 12.
It's well, nice.
Yes.
Not that we're doctors or anything, or know or telling the 12-year-olds to go out there, but I don't know. I think it could be wise. It could be wise. Did anybody have a crazy experience when they got vaccinated? Anybody get sick? You got sick? Tell us about it.
So, the second dose, I felt like started getting sick like about 12 hours after I got it. So it was like I got the shot in the morning. So when I was like time for bed and I was getting ready to sleep, I just started feeling hot and weak. So it was hard to sleep. And it just felt so bad. I couldn't move, but I wanted to move so bad to get comfortable, try to sleep. So I stayed up for maybe like 2 in the morning. Then I finally went to sleep. Then when I woke up, it just felt even worse. It was just very painful for me. So luckily my grandma was in town, so she took care of me. And then it was my sister's birthday weekend too, so we also went out to eat later on that day.
You went out feeling
Dang.
sick like that?
Well, by that time I got a little bit better, but it was iffy.
Dang, man, that sucks that you got sick. I got sick too. Yeah, I was fine. Well, first of all, I got the Johnson & Johnson. That gets a lot of hate. Yeah, it gets a lot of hate around here. But I was cool with my one dose because I got so sick. I got it at the Ravens Stadium in Baltimore City, and so it was a real good. They had a real good system over there. I got it, and it was like 2 p.m. and around 3, I was like, "Yo, I'm tired," but I'm tired on an afternoon work day, and then that night I went to bed, and I woke up to the sound of my teeth chattering. I'm like, what is that noise? And I realized it was my teeth because I was so cold. I got the chills, went back to bed. Then I woke up sweating. And there was a plumbing issue at my house. And the only thing in the entire world that I wanted to do was take a shower. And the shower didn't work. It was miserable. So it was like 24 hours that I didn't feel good. So anybody else have a crazy story? Anybody else? Jacob, you said you had something, right? What happened?
I never really got sick or sore. Like, even after my second shot, my arm wasn't even sore. But when I got my second shot, there was these 2 people that I got put in to give me the shot and like my papers and stuff. And every time anyone would finish, they would have these little like hand shakers that clap you out, and they were wearing these like flower hats. So it was just like the most random thing. But,
Was it like a celebration? Like
yeah,
the
they were
little hand
celebrating
clappers?
that everyone was getting vaccinated, but they were like the only ones doing it. Like everyone else was so serious, and then there was just them.
Yo, that's hilarious. Yo, that hand clapper is like the best description of what my teeth sounded like. It was awful. It was awful. That's bizarre. I think it should be a celebration. It should be cool.
Yeah.
Because it's like very sterile. It's like, when I went, I sat down. I didn't even know which one I was getting, and this was like I got my vaccine pretty early, right? And I sat down, and they're like, "All right, you ready?" I was like, "Well, which one am I getting?" They're like, "Oh, we're gonna do the Johnson & Johnson today." and I was like, oh, I'm gonna die. And I'm googling, will you die if you have Johnson and Johnson? And then I just read like you should get whatever vaccine you can get your hands on. Which now people can kind of pick and choose. You know, they be a little bougie about their vaccines, but that's all right. Anybody else have a vaccine story? Anybody take Tylenol or like medicine or anything?
Oh, I did.
You did?
Running. Yeah. So I took.
Take it.
I had 800 ibuprofen after I just had my first daughter, and I packed it with me, and I took that before I went in, expecting these like bad side effects, and then I didn't get any side effects really at all, besides like a slight headache. I had to drive an hour home.
Yeah, it's because you got the fake vaccine. You didn't get side effects because the placebo effect. Hey, I know that your household, someone got COVID, right? Are we gonna talk about it, or is it a secret?
Well, can we talk about it?
Can you talk about it?
Well, I mean,
You're allowed to. You don't have to say
Well-
who gave you COVID or anything like that. But all right, so let's talk specifically. My man Opie got COVID. It was a long time ago. Don't worry.
Well, yeah, I got COVID, and honestly, the vaccine was probably one of the best parts, so I don't have to worry about COVID for like a while.
So I hadn't seen my man Opie in like a couple months, right? And it would probably been the longest time since I met you, like almost probably 10 years ago when I met you, that I hadn't seen you since, we were in a pandemic and everything. And then I was on a Zoom call with you or something, and I was like, Opie, how are you doing? And he seemed so like guarded and secretive. I'm like, yo, you good, bro? What's going on? And he was like, I got COVID. I was like, so are hundreds of thousands. So do hundreds of thousands, not millions. I don't even know what the statistics are. I'm like, a lot of people have COVID. It's not. You don't have to be ashamed, bro. It's all good.
Embarrassing, isn't it?
You were trying to be safe. You weren't being reckless. That's really what people are judging, right? Like, were you being reckless? And I don't think you were. So I mean, you got COVID and you were being reckless.
I was being reckless.
She was being, yeah. So that's a different story.
And as for the COVID vaccine, I really don't remember much from it. We just went to a pharmacy, got our shots, and then when we got the second dose, it was my sister's first dose, and I think my brother was terrified. I don't know.
Yeah, your brother got it. Your little brother got it too.
Yeah.
Nice. Was anybody nervous about getting it? Were you nervous, Sanaa?
I was a bit nervous because the night before I got the vaccine, I got it on the same day as my friend, and we were literally texting each other like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous." We were praying the whole time, like trying to, because we didn't want to like get sick after that.
Yeah.
But after the second dose, like that night, I was like so hot, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, Mom, Dad, are you guys hot?" And they're like, "No, we're not hot. What the heck? What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Am I dying right now?" But I'm not. So like, and in the middle of the night, I was freezing. But the next day, I felt perfectly fine, no sore arm, nothing was wrong, which was really good because that same day, my friend and I were supposed to do a dance performance, and we did good, so it was good. And there were no side effects until the next day when my arm started hurting again. But besides that, it was good.
Yo, I hate that when you're hot and you're like, hey, are you guys hot too? And everybody's like, nah. You're like, oh no, something's going on with my body. What's happening? So, yeah, go ahead. Here you go.
Did anybody's arm get that like tingly sensation going all the way up? Nobody?
I think something like that happened when it's hard to put into words because I don't exactly remember the experience. I just remember my arm being so sore that even if I moved like just my hand, I would be in immense pain. Like, just getting the shot was terrifying enough.
Yeah. Like 5 minutes after I got it, it's like I could feel it moving in there. You didn't feel that?
No, that only happens with the placebo one.
Mom and Dad said they felt it.
You felt
so-
it going through your body?
Yeah.
Which vaccine did you get?
I got Pfizer.
Pfizer. Nice. Any Johnson & Johnsons in the house? Hey. Nope. All right. If you're watching on YouTube right now, then I want you guys to put in the comment section if you had a crazy or an uneventful vaccine experience. And if you're not vaccinated, why don't you want to get vaccinated? Let's talk about it. Did anybody almost not get vaccinated? Or everybody was just like, your parents were like, get vaccinated. You're like, all right, let me just do it. Is that how everybody was? You almost didn't get vaccinated. Well, you also got COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was worse, the sickness from the vaccination or the sickness from COVID?
The sickness from COVID.
Sickness from COVID was worse,
Oh
right?
my
Here,
gosh.
talk about it for a second. Here you go.
Okay, so the sickness from COVID. We went to Indiana for a baby shower for me, and everyone who was at my baby shower got COVID. Every single person. There was like 25 people there. We all got it. So then we came home, and I was getting off the airplane, and my throat felt like it was about to fall out of my neck. It was so bad. It was the worst sore throat I ever had. I was like 7 months pregnant with my daughter, and I could not wake up. I was like so tired, so sick. No medicine would work. And then I got in the shower. I couldn't smell anything. You know when you get in the shower and you're like washing your hair, your body, and everything smells so good?
I don't wash.
He dirty. Anyways, so I couldn't smell anything. And so I got out and I'm like sniffing our bathroom candles, and there was nothing. So that and losing your taste is like such an out of body experience, because you feel so out of touch with reality. You can't smell anything. You can't taste food. So like,
You can't even enjoy pizza.
no. And our mom brought us our favorite meal and some brownies. Like, you know what moms do when you're feeling sick. They want to take care of you. She brought it. We couldn't taste it. So it was just like, you're eating nothing. You're getting full, but you're not like enjoying it. I don't know. It was so weird.
I basically spent the COVID period trapped in my room and occasionally getting out. In order to basically recover, I basically did some breathing tests. How would you describe it?
Yo, is that where you have to like go, and then you have to exhale like really hard?
No,
And,
I
like,
basically,
keep pushing.
yeah, pretty much. I basically just held my head under a steaming pot of,
Oh, like
Oh, that is
you guys
not
were doing
that is
thing.
not what I was
Like,
talking
was
about.
that what you guys were doing?
yes.
Oh, I just saw you doing that. I was like, oh, they're doing something new.
Deborah was like, I'm not asking questions.
Because I just like, oh, they're doing something. All right, that's them. Bye.
That's so Deborah, you didn't get COVID.
No, you know what was kind of funny though.
You think it's funny that your brother got COVID?
No, I think it's funny you got COVID on my birthday.
Oh. Did that make you? Was that really sad, or was that kind of like?
It was just like,
Oh,
it's
you-
always the timing of these things. Like, something always happens on my birthday.
Aw.
Yes.
Not with COVID.
No, it's COVID. On one of my birthdays, I specifically remember seeing like, this might sound really bad to people, but like, my grandma was getting wheeled out of my house. I just woke up, I
Wait,
leave the bedroom.
you said
She was
wheeled?
out of the house. Because I think she had a stroke or something. I don't remember. They
Why,
didn't tell me
why is Opie laughing?
And she did the same thing on his birthday.
Yeah, that happens a lot on my birthday.
Wait, is your grandma okay
Yeah, she's
doing
fine.
everything.
these days? But after that stroke, she wasn't doing good at all.
On my birthday, Grandma.
Taking that out.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of glad. I was very glad that I didn't get it. I was very sad for like my brother, because like I obviously couldn't be near him and stuff. So like we couldn't just like hang out. It was sad. And I didn't get like a cake or anything, so that was also sad.
Wow. Sorry to hear that, Deborah. I hope your next birthday is filled with better things.
Maybe the fire alarm will go off like you. It goes on yours.
So, Opie, the fire alarm goes off on your birthday?
Yeah, basically when I woke up, the fire alarm decided it wanted to die today, and it basically rung through a good majority of the morning, waking everyone up.
Nice.
That was so stressful.
Anybody else got anything to talk about with vaccines? No? Yes, no? No, very cool. Hey, Christian, take us on out of here. This was the first episode, man. You're doing our first closing, bro. What you got for us?
Alright, feels good. Alright, everybody. That's going to be it for the first episode of the podcast. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and see you next time.
Nice.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was good, guys. That was like